Hi, hey Russ here. Welcome back to the shop. Today I'm going to show you how I made a blast gate. This blast gate is on my cart that has my bandsaw and my planer. This is the outfeed table for my planer, and this is the outfeed table for my bandsaw. And I have a blast gate that I made right here because this has its own dust collector that's on here. If you go back and watch the original cart, planer bandsaw cart video, you'll see how I kind of set this up to have a dedicated dust collection for this, everything on this cart. My problem was that in order to use the dust collector, I had to make it a little easier, so I did make a blast gate. Let me show you how this works. I'm going to go over a couple quick things about the dust collector. And then I want to show you my next project real quick, a before thing. So, I'm going to just take this loose. There's the one hose. There's the other hose. Usually I would clamp it, but I did it so I can take this off real easy. And now, I can take these two screws. And I'll take them loose. Now, you can see my blast gate here. It has two hoses right here, which are for the inlet to the box from the two pieces of equipment, planer, bandsaw, and this is the outfeed for it, and that goes up to the dust collector. And then this is the blast gate right here. It's either one or the other, always, and I'll go over this gate here in a second. So, on this end down here, I put a hole in it, and I put a plexiglass on it so that I can see into the box, so I can keep an eye on it and make sure it doesn't clog up on me. I don't think it will, but it didn't hurt to do that. And that is right here at the edge, outer edge, so I can see in there with a flashlight, even when everything's hooked up. So, as far as the blast gate, it's on the bottom here. If I pull it this way, you can see it's lined up to this hole here. And if I push it over here, then that hole is lined up to this one. And all I did is I drilled two holes in a piece of plywood here. And then I lined up this board and screwed it with four screws up against it, sandwiching this piece here with a spacer so that this will move freely in here between the two ports. And that's basically how it works. It's just 3/4 inch plywood on four sides, here, here, and on both ends. And that's 3/4 press board. And I just put some 1/4 inch hardboard on the two sides to make it a complete enclosed six-sided box. This is, like I said, this is the inlet. Down here is the plexiglass view. So that's here. So that makes the blast gate pretty easy to use. And you just have to line things up as you go through making this. So that's how it's made. So, moving on real quick. If we go to the top here, excuse me, you can see my dust collector right here. This is the motor, and this is the inlet to it, and it's just a double bag system. And that's where it collects. I can't put a two-stage on the unit, but the only thing going through that will be chips from one to the other, no big chunks or anything. So, I shouldn't have a problem with it just using the single. I'm going to replace the two bags with a better system, and that will be a future product video. So, and that's how this thing is going to work. So the blast gate is dedicated. The dust collector is dedicated to these two pieces of equipment. It's all attached, so when I move the cart, everything goes around as a unit. So even if I push it outside, I can use it and not have it make a mess out on my driveway either. So that's the basic unit. And now you know I made the blast gate for you. Let's take a minute and let's walk over here, and I want to show you my next project so that you can get an idea of where we're going. Okay? So hold on, and let's just go over here. Stay attention. Watch out. Don't trip over anything. And let me put you right here, because we're going to work on this corner right here. So, this is the vise. First off, let me start off by telling you that This inspiration to do this is actually from another channel called the Wood Yogi. If you can see that, 3 words, the Wood and Yogi. It's a great channel. I subscribed to him, been on his channel for a while, and we actually comment back and forth a lot. He's a pretty congenial fella, and I like his videos. He's from across the pond. I don't know exactly where on the island, the British Isles there. I don't know exactly where he is, but I know that's where he is, somewhere in there. And he never talks on his videos. But there's 2 things that I realized that he does in his shop that I do in mine. And that is that he likes to make a lot of stuff and be creative when he does it. And he makes his own leg vise. And he did one thing in particular that I've really been impressed with since I saw it, is he took a vise very similar to this, and he put wood jaws on it, and now he uses that to hold his work when he's woodworking a lot. And I've never thought about using this for woodworking, but actually after seeing his, it's kind of inspired me to do it. So I want to thank Yogi, and then next time I come back, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with this vise. Now, originally, this is set up with a cleat here so that I can drop it into a face vise, and then I clamp that down. That held this in place, and that works real well, except for on this table, as of yet, I don't have a face vise on here. I still have to mount that, and that's another project down the road. But what I would like to do is get this mounted. I'm going to redo this plate, so that I should be able to set this anywhere I want around my table, even on a corner, and get good rigidity, and only have to use my bench dogs on this to hold it down wherever I want to put it. Similar to the way I did my hand plane jointer table. You did see that one, right? Been a couple of videos ago. If you hadn't, you need to go back and kind of check that. Anyway, I'll leave the description in about the hand plane jointer table. And you can go back and check that if you want. So anyway, it's going to have bench dog holes strategically in it, the plate. And I need to revamp this so that this right now hangs over the edge of the table. And I won't have to redo that. So once I get this done, it's just this nice little project. Nothing elaborate. And then I'm going to make some wood jaws for it. So when you see it, it'll actually become a very intricate part into holding my wood stuff when I would need to use this type of vise like he does. It's a great idea. I want to thank Yogi for it. And I do want to show this to you once I get it done. But I thought maybe I'd show you real quick what I started with too. So I'm going to get it cleaned up. I'm not going to paint it, I'm sure. But I'm sure I'm going to clean it up and revamp my base board so that it works on my dog hole system here. When I get done, you'll see it. So anyway, that's where I'm at right now. This is a kind of a new thing, is to show you the before on some of my projects. And then when I do this, I'll also refer back to here so you can see where I started. Since I don't do videos that are, where I'm making it on camera. So up to now, I've always been able to just show you the after, or at points along. This way I'll be able to show you what it looked like before I started, and then kind of explain the idea of how I want it to work. So if you have any questions or any ideas of what I'm going to be doing here, let me know. All comments are appreciated, and I never mind brainstorming with somebody about how they would do something, especially before I get it done. It's nice to know that beforehand rather than after, as you might guess. So anyway, if you like this video, say so. But most importantly, please come back again, because we're nowhere near done. Thanks. Glad to see you again, and we'll see you again very soon.